Why have Russians been rejected 4 times from joining NATO? Why do European countries always discriminate against and exclude Russia? This actually relates to the struggle for the inheritance of the Roman Empire. It also relates to the struggle for orthodoxy caused by the division of Christianity. Today, we will take a few minutes to understand the world's largest religion. The development and division of Christianity. Christian believers. When did this title appear? According to the records of the New Testament, after Jesus ascended to heaven, his first disciples spread the word from the Antioch region. This is when the title of Christian began to appear. In the previous video, we have mentioned that the doctrines of Judaism and Christianity are opposed to each other. Furthermore, Judaism does not accept non-Jews joining, because they believe only Jews are God's chosen people. However, Jesus said he redeemed all mankind. Therefore, regardless of your race or skin color, you can believe in Jesus. To distinguish from Judaism, the bishop of the Antioch church called this church the Universal Church. However, the Roman Empire at that time did not recognize Christianity, because the entire cultural background of Rome is Hellenized. Their national religion also derived from the polytheistic system of ancient Greek mythology. In the eyes of the Romans at that time, Christianity was considered a cult. They were an illegal religion that misled the lower classes. They believed that Jesus was not a god at all, because the Romans had already crucified Jesus. Therefore, Christians in Rome at that time were always suppressed. This situation continued until the year 312 AD. It is said that the Roman Emperor Constantine at that time saw a cloud in the shape of a cross during a battle. His men said it was a sign of victory, so Constantine had his soldiers paint the shape of a cross on their shields. Indeed, he won the battle. From then on, Constantine converted to Christianity. The cross then became a sacred symbol of Christianity. In the year 313 AD, he issued the Edict of Milan, officially recognizing Christianity as a legal religion of the state. From this point on, Rome's attitude towards Christianity shifted towards protection and utilization. Christianity also became involved in politics, playing a role in maintaining social stability. Constantine not only returned all confiscated church property, but also granted some tax exemptions to the believers. Various favorable policies, resulting in the rapid development of Christian church organizations. They gradually formed 5 main dioceses, namely Alexandria, Jerusalem, Antioch, Constantinople, and Rome. However, this also created a problem. That is, among different regions, the accounts of Jesus' suffering were not consistent. Moreover, the churches in different regions had differing interpretations of Jesus' suffering. In the year 325 AD, Christianity convened bishops from various regions, totaling over 1,800 individuals, to organize the First Ecumenical Council. They mainly discussed the differences in understanding of doctrine among regions, including their systems, organizational structures, and the procedures of various rituals. This also included the identity of Jesus, which was within the scope of their discussions. Was Jesus a man or a god? Some believed he was a man, but endowed with divinity by God, while others believed he was the Son of God, therefore, inherently divine. In the year 331 AD, Constantine convened a group of scholars, requested them to provide 50 Bibles for the church. These manuscripts are the predecessors of the final version of the Bible. Fortunately, currently, 2 relatively complete ones have been preserved. They are respectively kept in the British Library and the Vatican Library. Moreover, the language of these manuscripts is not the official language of Rome, Latin, but in ancient Greek. These 2 Bibles are actually very close to several mainstream versions in religious studies today, have already been very close. The process of determining the final version of the Christian Bible was very lengthy. Although Christianity was no longer suppressed by the Roman authorities, it actually became the state religion of Rome in the year 380 AD. At this time, the official name for Christians was determined to be Capri Christians, which means universal Christians. Until the year 398 AD, Emperor Theodosius died, and Rome was inherited by his 2 sons. The elder brother became the heir of the Eastern Roman Empire, with its capital in Constantinople, while the younger brother became the heir of the Western Roman Empire, with its initial capital being Milan. With the division of the empire, Christianity also began to experience a division of power. The core in the east was the Church of Constantinople. The core in the west was the Church of Rome. Although they were once under Rome, there were actually linguistic and cultural differences in communication between the 2 sides. The Eastern Roman Empire mainly used ancient Greek, while the Western Roman Empire mainly used Latin. At that time, the religious leader of the Western Roman Empire gave himself a new title, called Papa. In Latin, it means father, so the title of father for priests comes from this. In English, Papa is pronounced as Pop. Translated into Chinese, it is Zhao Huang. This is also the origin of the title, Pope. The Pope of the Western Roman Empire advocated for all churches to obey him, because he believed that their church was founded by Peter, one of Jesus' 12 disciples. Their church was considered the most authoritative, the most leadership. Other churches should be led by them. But the Eastern Roman Empire did not agree. They believed it was a lust for power, putting a gold leaf on their face. We do not agree. So in later communication meetings, the differences and prejudices between the two sides deepened. Eventually, in the year 1054, the Eastern and Western churches split completely. The Western Church henceforth was called the Roman Catholic Church, which is the Roman Universal Church. During the Ming and Qing dynasties, the Roman Universal Church entered China for missionary work. We translated it into Catholicism. The name of the Eastern Church became even more interesting. It is called the Ostos Catholic Church, which is the authentic universal church. Ostos, in ancient Greek, it means the correct and true transmission. So their main focus is on the true transmission of Jesus. We translate it as Eastern Orthodoxy. From this map of faith distribution, we can see the main body of Eastern Orthodoxy is in Eastern Europe, as well as in present-day Romania, Ukraine, and near Russia. Not only among Christian churches has there always been a dispute over who is Orthodox, including the title of successor to the Roman Empire, which is also a title contested by various regions. In the cultural context of the West, Rome is equivalent to the Huasha in China. The word Rome itself in culture represents power, orthodoxy, and legitimacy, glory and greatness. Later European countries had to be associated with the Roman Empire in order to obtain the title of emperor, hence the first Rome, the second Rome, the third Rome, and so on, including countries like America, which have been distant from Rome for over 1,800 years. They all have to declare when founding their nation that they aim to rebuild a new Rome. This shows the significance of Rome in Western culture. Our neighbor Russia has also consistently claimed to be the successor to the Eastern Roman Empire, historically conquering and plundering various cities. They even used the Byzantine royal emblem of the double-headed eagle as their own national flag. They had conflicts and contradictions with Western European society. It can be said that this deep-rooted enmity has persisted to this day. Therefore, Western European society generally does not like Russians. Many elderly people holding traditional beliefs even consider Russians as thieves and barbarians. We return to the Western Catholicism. For a long period of time, Catholicism had a corruption issue, because at that time, not everyone could access the Bible. It was mainly controlled by missionaries and priests. This led to their monopoly on the final interpretation of the Bible. This is why later on the Catholic Church introduced indulgences. Until 1517, German Martin Luther published the famous 95 Theses to change the situation. Besides that, he also aimed to break the monopoly and inaccessibility of the Bible. So he studied the original Bible in ancient Greek. He also translated many versions of the Bible into German. So in this sense, he was also a founder of Standard German. Before this, the common belief in Catholicism is righteousness through deeds, meaning humans are born sinful. Redemption is achieved through actions. But Martin Luther believed righteousness comes through faith. Although humans are born sinful, but you can be redeemed by believing in God. So in Martin Luther's view, the concept of indulgences itself is illegal. It goes against the teachings. Martin Luther's religious reform gained support from many common people. The believers began to question the church. These believers were then called Protestants, meaning protesters, or rather, protesting against the church. But this translation can lead to misunderstandings, as if protesting against the church is some extreme organization. So we translated it as Protestantism, thus forming the three major branches of Christianity today: Catholicism, Eastern Orthodoxy, and Protestantism. But broadly speaking, they are all still Christianity, because they all believe in Jesus. Their basis of faith is the Bible. They also celebrate Christmas together. In the next episode, we will officially delve into the philosophy of the Middle Ages. Let's explore Augustine's City of God together. Follow me to take a popular look at philosophy. Friends, see you next time.